It's time for another tale from the glass-guarded world. Ashley plays Teradane, the human fighter. Josh is Zartok, the tiefling wizard. And Gaston, the rogue and bard. Jessica is Coral Petrichor, the Genasi druid. Mama Sass, the half-orc bard and barbarian. And Symphonia, the summoned Pegasus. Chris plays Aster Fortuna, the half-drow rogue and bard extraordinaire. Well, we're back on good terms with Laverian, I guess. After a long talk, and then a council meeting, Zartok has reluctantly agreed to teleport us into the city of Artalaravella. There we are to determine the location of a great old master, a bloated elderly Niyogi that will soon erupt as young Niyogi hatch from its corpse. I'm not sure how Lavarian talked us into this, but here we are. An ancient city filled with slavers and spider monsters. Just another day for the Glass Guardians.
Last time you went to the council meeting, the council talked about how the army was going to attack, and Zartok reluctantly agreed to teleport the party into the city of Artalaravella since he had been there before. They were to determine the location of a great old master, which is a bloated elderly Niyogi that will soon erupt as young Niyogi hatch from its corpse. That's the mission, right? Get through the city, cause some chaos, destroy a great old master, create whatever kind of distraction you can if necessary, but that really your goal is to destroy this great old master while the army attacks the outside, right?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Okay. Any questions about anything from previous episodes? Any recap stuff?
I have a question, not recap related.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a fork that's attuned to the astral plane from Mun.
Right.
Don't I need one to bring me back as well?
If you want to come back, you would need another one, yes, if you want to cast a spell again.
Can we pretend that Mun is smarter than Jessica and realize that I would need one to come back and gave me that as well?
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure.
That's very generous of you.
That's fantastic.
Let's suppose.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right. Mun is very generous.
I mean, he really is.
She's a god.
The party has had a long rest. Your ships have been stocked with supplies. Your crew has been invited to help fight off spelljammers if those spelljammers attack, with additional crew members provided by Laverian's army, but that's optional.
I'm not ready for a long rest yet.
Oh, you're not ready for a long rest yet?
No. After the meeting, when we go back to the ship, I want to test my plane shift theory.
So you want to actually plane shift?
I do.
Okay.
Coral invites Zartok in case something goes wrong. He seems like the right, but she doesn't want to take everybody. So Coral invites Zartok if he wants to go with her.
What is it we're doing?
I need to go to the astral plane and see if I can get my head to stop hurting. Do you want to go with me in case something terrible attacks me? I don't want to be there by myself, but I also don't want to trap the entire group there.
Oh
if something goes wrong.
Let's do it.
Side quest.
Hold on. Does Zartok have any spells to help himself out of there? I don't think so.
No, I think you're going to be relying on me to get back, but...
All right. So this is to give you a break, like a sort of...
I need to get away from the praying. It's all the time. I need a little bit of quiet for a minute.
I think we've got, we could cast the private sanctum, and I think we put you weren't part of the group at the time, but we had it was like a little meeting space. It was with private sanctum inside. It was surrounded by glass, a god glass. So you could take a step inside of that, I think. I don't know if I'm recalling that correctly, gang, if we brought that on the ship or not, or if we left that at the Wizard Complex, but I'm pretty sure we brought it because it's cool.
There was a push cart with Private Sanctum cast on it. Is that what you're thinking of?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking of.
I don't think you brought that with you.
Okay.
Doesn't sound familiar.
No, that doesn't sound like something you did.
Okay.
We definitely pushed it around places.
You did.
Yeah.
Ethelflad had a lot of fun with that.
So anyway, maybe, oh shoot, they're looking around inside the ship. Maybe we didn't bring it. Sorry, that's embarrassing. But it's a spell, Private Sanctum. Maybe I can cast that and we can not go on Tupa. I mean, not that this doesn't sound exciting and pretty cool, but maybe we should just do it anyway.
I mean, I'm willing to try Private Sanctum if you want, but I'm all set for the plane shift thing.
I think the forked metal rod doesn't get used up.
I don't think so. It does not specify that it's used. It is used. So, I think I could go over and over again.
Yeah, so I think just one forked rod should be sufficient. You don't need two.
But it's attuned to a particular plane of existence.
Okay, yeah, so to come back to this plane,
Yes.
You're right. You would need another fork. Okay, yeah, that's a fair point. Yep. Anyways, so you're going to cast the spell, or are you going to let Zartok cast Private Sanctum?
We're just gonna go ahead and cast the spell because I feel I'm more confident that will work than the other one. So, I'm gonna push for. Let's go see what the astral plane looks like. It's a fun adventure.
Okay.
It's the buddy team up no one expected.
Nobody expected. If something starts attacking me on the astral plane, I want fireballs. So yeah.
Okay, so you and Zartok link hands, and Coral, you begin casting the spell.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you're holding the forked rod in one of your hands while holding Zartok's hand.
Yes.
And you see the prime material plane fade away, and you fade into a strange, empty, gray space. It's just empty, bright gray fog in every direction. It's just a gray void. Like, imagine you've opened up 3D CAD software and everything is just, it's like there's a gray nothing in every direction. Just gray emptiness. It's not even clear where light is coming from. And as you're looking around, you don't really hear anything. And you see in the very far distance, it's impossible to judge how far, but it seems like it'd be far away, a large lump of something just sort of floats into view and then recedes. Almost like a piece of a building or something floats within view and then floats away.
And we're just kind of floating in this space.
And you're just floating there.
As soon as Coral realizes she's floating, not on solid ground, her hands grasp very tightly onto both Zartok and the fork, the attuned fork. And it's quiet here, right? It's quiet.
Yeah, it's extremely quiet. And Coral, you instantly feel a cessation of that horrible noise in your head. You can still tell that people are praying to you, and you're still receiving those prayers, but it's no longer like someone is shouting at you. It's more like you're just receiving a steady stream of requests that are easily managed.
Okay.
It is an incredible relief, and also feels more natural in a sense. You can tell this is a thing you could do. You can do this. It's not overwhelming. You have no your pounding headache recedes. This is manageable.
Okay.
Nice. It's like emails rather than everyone calling you at the same time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like rather than having a room full of phones all going off at the same time, you can see your inbox, and the emails are coming in, and they're coming in quickly, but they're pretty easily dealt with.
You just ignore them. Mark is red and move
Some
on.
of them you ignore, some of them you answer. Yeah, it's manageable.
It's a quick reply. It's no big deal.
Delete all. If it's important enough, they'll send it back.
That's right.
How you feeling, Coral? What's the verdict on this?
It's so much quieter here. Just peaceful. Ain't kind of creepy, honestly, but it's peaceful first.
It doesn't seem very dangerous.
No?
A giant finger floats by you. A giant stone finger just floats right by you. It came from behind you, seemingly out of nowhere, and just floats past you, tumbling through the air, I guess. and then tumbles away from you.
Coral's gonna panic cast plane shift at 8th level to get them back.
Nice. Just out of curiosity, which finger on the hand was this that we were seeing, if it's possible to tell?
Oh, let's say it was a giant index finger.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I was wondering which finger the game master was sending at these players right now. All right. So, did we make it back safely? No problem.
Yeah, you reappear right where you were. They set a tent up for you just outside the high camp, and so I assume you reappear there safely, no problems. And Coral, instantly the multitude of messages just comes flooding back in, and you can feel that headache building up again.
Does this mean that I'm going to still have disadvantage on all my rolls?
It does, yes.
Okay, so...
But you still have the ability to grant advantage.
Yeah.
Inspiration, that is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this isn't a fix for my disadvantage.
It is not, except for when you're in the other plane.
Okay.
Now, the other interesting thing is that when you're in the other plane, you actually had a sense for what your followers were doing, especially your closer followers.
Okay.
So you actually had some sense of what was going on, especially if you focused on particular people. You could get a closer sense of what was going on. So you think you could probably hide out in another plane and grant advantage or inspiration if you wanted to. But you would be maybe a little bit less precise about it than you would like, but you think you could probably do that. Of course, if you're here, you can grant it as you like.
Yeah.
And it is just an action to do that.
It is an action to do it?
It is an action. It is.
So I can't, reaction?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. It should be a reaction. It should be a reaction. So if someone's doing something and you think you want to give them help, and then as a reaction, you can grant them advantage.
Cool.
Or grant them inspiration. I keep being sloppy about it. You can grant them inspiration.
Okay. I was hoping to get rid of the disadvantage on all rolls, but I didn't, so that's okay.
No. But, well, you did, temporarily.
Yeah, but not here, which is where I need it to be gone.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. We can proceed with long resting.
Well, no, I also have something I want to do.
We can do what Chris wants.
Excellent.
It's going to take a second, guys. No one gave me feedback, so I just made it up on my own.
Uh-oh. Feedback about what? I don't remember anything.
Oh, I'm going to use a spell.
Oh, okay. Oh, you were thinking about learning a spell. Right. Okay.
So when we get back to the ship, Coral and Zartok head off, and I go, oh, wait, all right. I guess I can wait. I'll wait for them to come back. And then I turn to Tara and I go, hey, Tara, I don't know how long this might take, but can you get everybody together at the deck of the ship in 40 minutes to an hour? I have something special that I want to show you all, if that's okay.
Yes.
Thank you. So we wait for that time to elapse. I hope around that time we can get Coral and Zartak back in.
Oh, well, time works differently in the astral plane. We're actually going to come back years afterward. So
No!
The campaign is over. We got to do it without Zartak.
Time does work differently in the astral plane, but let's say you come back within a reasonable period of time.
Thank you.
So while that hour is elapsing, I tell Sylphonia to stand with me, and I sit down and I'm like, I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. I do a quick little prayer to Seafoam Wander for this to go well. I take out my little statue thing that I needed to build. I have my little marble, my silver spoon. I arrange them in an array, and then I pray, and then I kind of hum a little melody, and I conjure a very prestigious, elegant glass door resembling kind of like the glass jars. And it kind of looks kind of like the stained glass of the picture for our logo.
Cool.
For the Glass Guardians, and it has a little like button that you can click, it's like a recess, and then you can open the stained glass, and then you can enter. So I wait for everybody to come up to the deck, and I say, hey everyone, I feel like we're about to do something crazy, as we tend to do. And I felt before we jump into the mayhem of fighting monsters and going into an occupied city, I thought we could have one night of enjoyment and rest. So this is a gift for all of you. I thought this was a cool way for us to enter a happy moment. Is everybody ready? Is everybody okay with this? I don't want to ruin the surprise, so I'm not saying too many details.
Carlos looks really curious and says, well, yeah, let's go. What are we doing?
All right. So I put my fingers against the recess, and the stained glass is in like that pattern from our logo, and it kind of like rivets away, and it's like a dark hole. And then I walk through it, and I hope people follow me in.
Carlos immediately steps through. This looks dark. Okay, let's see.
Tara cautiously goes through.
When everybody goes through what they enter in, and I took a little inspiration from, I know that not many people here are fans of Critical Role, but I took a little inspiration on the leveling that one of the characters did. So I'll explain that when we're in here. So what you see is, it almost looks like a beautiful mansion inside. It has all the fineries. It has glass-stained chandeliers. What you find funny when you enter is that there's these transparent ghost-like looking servants when you go inside. But what's interesting about these servants is that they're any type of enemy or person we've encountered on our journey. So you'll see some of the demons and devils. When I initially went into that area with you guys, you'll see Nondel the Nimble. You'll see a few of our different encounters throughout our story, and they're kind of walking around with plates of food and water and drink. So that's the first thing that you see. So what do you guys think? I thought this would be I was trying to figure out who could be serving us food, and I thought, why not the people we've encountered? It was a fun walk down memory lane.
Carlos takes one look at a ghostly Umber Hulk and runs screaming outside of the building. Whoa!
Wait, Carlos, come
Seems
back.
fair.
Oh, darn it. Maybe not.
Oh, is that Yapka?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was great.
Like some of our friends are there too, right? He's there.
Which Yapka do you see? The result post-transformation or pre-transformation?
I would say cute. The cute one.
Version. Okay, the little cute demon. Or devil, I should say.
Unfortunately, those that I didn't encounter with you, I don't have here. And then I looked to Tara, and in the center, almost like the living room space, there's like a fireplace almost, but it's more like a shrine. And there is pictures of our friends that have been on their journey with us. And in the center, there's a frame of what I would like to be Finn, if I'm allowed to do this.
If you have some way to create an image of Finn, sure, that'd be great.
Yeah, it's like a little framed picture of him, and it's like a shrine, kind of like in Asian lore where people go and pray for their deceased. I point to Tara and I say, this is for you. I know he was your friend.
Did Aster know what Finn looked like?
That's what I was saying. If he has some way of knowing what Finn looks like, he could do that.
I thought that we had a conversation a long time ago about Finn.
I'm sure you did. I just don't know if you got an image of what Finn looked like.
That's possible. No pictures of him in the house?
Could have asked for a description while
Sure.
he was planning this.
Could have emailed Ignacio Corva.
Maybe his nose is a little bigger.
Yeah, it's a romanticized version of him or something.
Okay.
His eyes are smaller.
So Tara's looking at it. Oh, well, hold on. Do a roll. How good
Oh, sure.
of representation
What is the
this?
roll skill check for this?
I don't know.
What do you think? An intelligence check or maybe, I don't know.
Intelligence makes sense. Maybe performance, but that's kind of a give me for Aster.
Yeah, it's too much of a give me for me. I'll destroy that roll.
Maybe an insight to have gotten a good description.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
But I
Yeah,
think
I like that.
I think insight's also really good for
It's
Aster.
really good for me though too. It's up to you guys. I'll roll insight. I'll roll wisdom. I'll roll intelligence.
It should be investigation because you're like a
Ooh.
crime drawer person. You know what I'm talking about.
I like
Does that
investigation.
work?
No, I
Investigation.
think Sense Moto's way better.
I'll do investigation.
Yeah,
Does that seem
investigation's
fair?
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
18 plus 5.
Nice. Okay.
It's a decent likeness. Yeah.
Oh, Tara is really moved and trying not to tear up. And she has like her hand at her throat, and because it's been a really long time since she's seen any sort of likeness of her friend. And Aster, thank you. Thank you for including that.
Of course, I wanted this place to feel like a home away from home. So you'll also see things that look like places in Arrival, just like little miniaturized versions of them throughout. There's even a stage. Of course, there has to be a stage for the performances.
Of course.
And you have like an Umbra Hulk playing a violin.
Excellent.
Just some nice soothing music. And so then I go to the center of the mansion, and I go, well, you guys can eat whatever's in here. There's food here for like hundreds of people. So you guys can have whatever you want. I kind of made an assortment of things. Of course, there had to be cheese and wine for my papa. You know how much he likes that stuff.
Yeah, Gaston's busy already. I mean, he's already off there.
Wait, Gaston, come back. I want to show you guys your...
He's got Nondal following him around with the cheese plate. He's good.
Yeah, it says it contains sufficient food to serve a 9-course banquet for up to 100 people.
Yeah, it's a lot. Did Garlos come back? I want to show him his room.
Garlos is sort of standing outside the door, peeking inside.
Garlos, come over here. I want to show you your room. I think you'll like it.
My own room?
Yeah. Now you
I've
can't...
had my own room before. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So here's the gimmick with this. You will fly up to the next floor. However, to go up, you have to sing a little ditty, or at least whistle it or hum. So that's the only way you can get to the next floor. So I can do that for these attempts. But whenever you're going to your room tonight, you just have to hum a little song like na 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 na. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. But I see there's some food.
Yeah, wait, but hold on. I just want to show you the rooms, and then you guys can go banana pants in here.
Oh, okay.
So I start humming the Barney song, and we raise to the next floor. Now this first floor, I didn't want it to be too far away, so I did this one for Gerlos. It's also a place where we could train, even you, Tara, as long as Gerlos gives you permission. His room is within this training encampment, and you'll see like a bunch of different like weapons, equipment, and armor. Now, you can't take any of this with you. It'll disappear. But you can practice here with your weapons. There's training dummies. There's even weights that you can use if you're trying to train your physical prowess. And there's a giant refrigerator just for you, Gerlos, with a bunch of food and refreshments whenever you just want to relax. I thought you would like something like that.
What's a refrigerator?
Not a refrigerator. Whatever that wood thing is that people put preservatives in.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you might like it. It's pretty good. I thought that this room would be nice for you. I didn't know exactly what your interests were, Gerlos, so I couldn't really define everything.
Yeah, what are my interests?
Man, the NPCs, big question.
I don't know. I'll have to think about that.
Yeah, and when we make this room again and you give me some insight, I can readapt the room to your liking. So this is just preliminary. So let's go to the next room, unless you want to stay here, Gerlos, or want to see the other rooms.
I'm going to go eat some food.
Okay. Have fun, my friend.
All right.
I whistle another ditty.
Hey, Aster, does it have to be that song? Something about it grates on me, or could it just be any song?
Oh, it could be anything. Here's another
Okay.
one. Na 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 na.
Okay, I like that.
Go up to the next floor. I'm not going to do this for every floor.
It is not Estel's best work, I can say. This is not his best stuff.
So we get to the next floor. This one is actually Ansna's. I thought this would be cool. So when we land on this floor, it's kind of like a sanctuary almost, like a mausoleum or like a religious temple kind of setup. There's like incense burning and things like that just to relax. Ensna, because I know she has to deal with a lot with Gerlos. And so,
Yeah.
so I'm like, Ensna, I think you would like this. There's even an area where you can sit and pray to your god, and just a place to relax and unwind from a very long Gerlos-filled day.
Wow, that's so thoughtful of you, Aster. I think I'll take a nap right now.
All right. I hope you enjoy your room. Let's go to the next one. I do another ditty, but I'm not going to role play it. We get to the next one. All right. This is for my mama. So Mama Sass, this is your room. This one is just full of like instruments of different types so she can practice. There's even a little stage area where she could practice yodeling or singing, whatever she would like to do. There's different types of weights, and there's a miniaturized ballista that she can shoot into different targets I've set up in the corner.
Awesome.
So she can practice her aiming skills. So I have that room set up for her. Well, one of the targets is actually Papa Gaston doing his, just in case she wanted to like release some stress.
Oh, Aster, I could not have asked for more. This is amazing. I can't wait to test out that ballista.
This is pretty cool. But Aster, why does my target already have a ballista bolt in it?
Oh, I was trying to see if it worked, and I just happened to aim in the direction of yours. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, the next one's actually yours, Papa Gaston. Well, no. Actually, no, it's not. Yours is right next to mine. We'll do yours soon. We fly up to the next floor, and this one is actually Tara's. I thought it'd be cool if you were next to Mama Sass so you guys could interact, since I know you guys like to, be rough and tumbled. So when we get here, this is actually another one because Tara's one of the people I know the most. So this one has some accents of our home, and it actually kind of looks like a rescaled replica. I tried to do it as closely as I could to that one time where I was in her home when we were in the glass world.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a replica of her house to the best of my knowledge. So it doesn't have all of the floors of her house, but it looks like living space.
Wow.
And it just has some finery and even has some pictures of her family, just so whenever she wants to see them, she can.
This is again, I'm speechless, Aster.
Yeah, I could do a lot with knowledge of people. I hope that this is something you enjoy and brings you peace.
I do. I haven't seen home in a really long time. Thank you.
You're welcome. And all right, let's go to the next one. So I hum and we fly up to Zartok's. And then I whisper to Zartok, because I still don't know if he likes Tara or not. There's a moment back in some of the episodes where I was contemplating this. And I go, just in case you want to talk to Tara about planning the next move, you know what I mean? And then I wink at him, but I'm sure he doesn't know what that means. and then I go, so, all right, to be honest. And as he looks around, it looks like the hellscape we were in when we were in the Demon and Devil dimension, because I don't know much about you, Zartok. You keep things close to the chest, but I know that you are from that race, so I thought that would make you think that you were home. So I made it look like there's like a little lava pool. Like just in the corner set up. It doesn't spill over, but it's just there if he wants to look at it. I know he has resistance to fire. Think about like a gothic like rock band's fever dream. That's what it looks like. There's a bunch of horns and goat heads and like skulls. It's very cool. Christopher in real life would love it. So what do you think, Zartok? I didn't have a lot to go on, but I thought this would be cool. Oh, and I do have one setup. It's close to the lava pit, but not exactly by it, but it's like a little library. So just be careful when you're reading, but it has a bunch of different assorted books that I've seen on my travels, and even a place for you to write your scrolls and spells so you can prepare your magic.
Oh, that's
cool.
Nice. Aster, very, very. I like that section. That's good.
I can renovate
This
next
is
time.
very cool. I'll give you some notes. I think. I mean, I feel like you've made some assumptions about me. But it's pretty wicked. I would say about this place. It's a very wicked, cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I like it. I'm not sure I'm going to spend a lot of time in this space, but it's neat. It's neat. I'll give you some notes. We'll incorporate some elements into the final version of my floor. This is very awesome.
I'm glad definitely we can take some pointers and make it look, but I thought you're a cool dude, so I gave you a cool room. You know what I mean?
I'm in tears.
This is very, very cool, Aster. I appreciate your effort on this.
Of course.
Yep.
All right. Well, come on, let's go to the next one. Next one's actually for our god. Are you ready, Coral?
Coral looks around at Zartok's room and goes, yes.
So yours, I didn't know a lot about your personal life either, so this is just my envisioning of kind of what I think.
Oh, hey, real quick, Coral, how does it work in here? Are you feeling any different in this space? I mean...
I was going to ask.
I was about to talk about that. Yeah, so Coral, it is not as quiet as it was in the astral plane, but it is still better. You feel like you are slightly less pressed. It's like someone has shut a door between you and the voices screaming in your head, right? You can still hear them out there. It's still pretty loud, but it's not as bad as having them right in your ears.
Isn't this like a pocket dimension?
It is. It's an extra dimensional space. So yeah, it's still connected to the prime material plane, but yeah, it is quieter. Let's say while you're in here, you would only suffer disadvantage on, let's say skill checks.
Okay. It's better. Like, it's not perfect, like it was on the astral plane, but it's better. It's nice in here.
Interesting. That's good.
It's a good side effect. Maybe you'll get a good night's rest.
Yeah.
So here we go. I hope you like this room. I do a little hum. This one I hum the theme song to the Lord of the Rings movie.
Nice.
Chris, is this like we're on a central platform and it's raising up, and then around the platform is
the platform is our... Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
So Zartok has a question. He says, how do we get from... Do we all have to ask you to like be our elevator person? How does that work?
Each of you can move freely, but you all have to sing or hum or do a beatbox. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Yeah. All right. Got it.
I
Thanks.
couldn't. No problem. I can't have a mansion without music.
Yeah. No. That totally makes sense.
So as we're going up to the next platform, I look around and what she sees is like almost like a forest area surrounding us. It's very peaceful. She can hear like little bird sounds. She can quiet them if she wants, almost like a volume meter. And I show her. I'm like, look, lower bird sounds, higher bird sounds.
I want that in real life.
Right?
And
Some warnings.
And so I'm like, so follow me this way. I lead her to the central part of this circular platform. And in the center is like a larger room. And to one corner is like her bed and like living arrangements. And then in the center of this space, it looks like a small miniaturized brook, almost like a small waterfall with a center platform where she can sit with a waterfall to her back, where I thought she could use as a place of meditation to kind of block out some of those sounds and a place for her to reset. Thought you would like something like that.
Wow. Aster, this is well done. You may not know a lot about me, but you've figured out some good stuff. This is nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you like it. Again, I'll take any pointers. Please just send them my way. You can give it to one of the Umberhawks or Nanda. He'll get it to me.
Sure.
All right, so the next ones we're coming to the end. There's 2 more rooms, but we don't need to view those. I'm still figuring those out. Those are for, Athelflad or our boy, Paxton, if he ever comes around.
Our boy! Josh has a request, not a character request. Can the Umberhawks wear a little tuxedo tie?
Yes. 100%.
That's my personal request.
And then some of the Umberhawks, because of the shape of their body, that little like white thing that you put on it, it keeps flapping up.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
doesn't
that's
stay
always
down.
embarrassing.
Little bib,
I hate
yeah.
it when
Yeah.
that happens.
So yeah, that's perfect. I like that addition. Yes, they're all doing that. I have those two rooms. I even have one for Apolima, but hers is, I'm still figuring that out because she could really have a lot of fun on the lower floor with Mama Sass. I think it would be a really cool dynamic. So I'm still figuring out those things. The next room is actually Papa Gaston's and then mine. They're kind of almost conjoined. That one also has a platform, but it also has a spiraling stairway to my room, just in case you didn't want to take the platform, Papa. And so let's go. So I hum.
I'm so excited. Let's see it.
So we go up.
I hope it is not like Zartok's room.
Now this room, it looks like your mansion in Arrival, like your home. And it even has like some of your servants, and there's one holding a little pillow with assorted cheeses for you already there, just in case you were hungry for a midnight snack.
Oh, Mr. Cheese, I miss him so much.
Mr. Cheese. And so, well, what will happen is if you take this stairway, it doesn't lead you directly to my room. The staircase actually leads us through our first real heist together. And it's where I got the whistling rapier.
Oh, that is so cool. Oh, look, it even has it is actually making me a bit hungry because of what it reminds me about. And didn't I get a luck blade from that adventure? I don't remember. Didn't
Yes,
that
you
happen?
did.
Oh, yes, that was feels so long ago. Oh, my
So
goodness.
you'll have to solve a few little puzzles to get there, but I'm sure you remember that activity.
Oh, no, that's not good at all. I'm going to be trapped in it forever.
But when you get to the final part of the thing before entering my room through the stairway, there's replicas of the luck blade and the whistling rapier as like the trophies for getting through
So
through the
cool.
little puzzle. So I thought you would like that as like, an adventure I felt like we bonded a lot in, Papa.
Aster, I love it so much, and it's so, you're so thoughtful for everyone, and you're growing up like you're such a nice person. I feel so bad about some things because, when I found you, you were just a little nothing boy, and you were so sweet back then, and how do I say this? We lived in a jar, and when you died, you ended up in a jar. That is what happened to us. It didn't matter whether you were good or bad or whatever. So I didn't think nothing about what we did, but here we are outside of it, and what you do and how you are and how you treat others actually matters now. And to see you become like this, it just makes me so happy that you did it so easily and that I didn't spoil you, I taught you to do bad things and you overcome them, and you're like a big hero person, and so it makes me proud and sad,
Yeah, don't make me cry, Papa Gaston. You've been a good papa. I'm the way I am because I had a good dad and a good mom. So
That's nice of you to say. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that it is you. You overcame this. Who you are is coming outside the jar. So I'm very happy. And you gave a stair between us, and that symbolism is very nice to me. Anyway, I'm going to go eat some cheese now.
okay. And we don't have to go to my room. That's just my spot. We could go back
Okay.
there.
I want to. Hey, wait!
Huh?
Garlos runs out of his room. I want to see your room. What's in your room?
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. We could go to my room. I whistle another ditty.
I bet he saved the best stuff for himself. I want to see his room.
It's actually not that crazy. So we go up to my room, and it just has some simple instruments kind of arranged. In one corner of the room is all of the items that I have exchanged equivalently as like a reminder that maybe those weren't the best things to do. So always remember that maybe one day I need to bring those back. As a journey of penance. So I that area has like a bunch of equivalent exchange. They're adorned like trophies, but they're all the things I've exchanged. Even the most simplest things like cupcake crumbs. That's that part of the room. Then if you look to one section of the room, it's like a reimagining of Arrival, of the places where me, Mama Sass and Papa Gaston did some of our performances while we were in the glass world. Just to remember that we still have a home, even though we're not there. That still is my home. And that we're going to make a new home, but I always want to remember where I came from, my roots. And there's just a little table with assorted books, some of my favorite stories that whenever Papa Gaston or Mama Sass had time, whenever we were stopped somewhere, they would read to me growing up. And it's like recreations of those books on a table for me to read when I'm feeling down.
Garlos looks around and says, "Oh, never mind. His room's kind of boring."
I told you it was a simple
He
room.
goes back to his room.
I really put a lot of work into your guys' room because you're my family. But my room is just for me.
Oh, I remember this book. Mama Sass pulls one off the shelf. Bastion Bashes. I had fun with this one.
Bastion Bash. I love that book. What a great name.
Oh, Bastion Bashes, I'm so deep in my feeling, I need more keys.
Well, that's it, guys. I hope you like the mansion. I haven't thought of a name for it yet. The family of glass? The glass family? Aster's magnificent mansion? I don't know. I want to make it something cool. I haven't thought of that part yet. Maybe you guys can help
I
me.
think you should definitely include your name in there. It's all yours, Aster.
Aster's family mansion. Something simple. I don't know. It's only magnificent when my family's in it, so.
Asteria Manor.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, how's this asterisk? That is pretty funny.
I love that one. I like that. Ooh, I'll keep those in mind.
Garlos pops back around the corner. Oh, how about alliteration? You could do you like alliteration, right? How about like Aster's Abode?
Ooh, Aster's Abode.
Yeah.
Amazing abode.
Aster's amazing abode. It's got the more alliteration.
So much alliteration.
Carlos, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
I like that one.
Maybe that's my thing. That's what I'm into. Yeah.
He thought about it. Settled on it.
I like it. Aster's amazing abode. That's the name. Thank you, Carlos.
Triple A.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime you need some words that have the alliteration, and I'll do it.
You know, I can teach you a thing or two about saying alliteration because, I have quite a hard time with prestidigitation. Oh, no, Chris is forgetting the word. Prestidigitation. Oh my God, I'm still struggling with it. See, I can teach you how to perfect it. You see how good I was at saying that word? Carlos.
Yeah. I don't know what word you're trying to say, though.
Darn it. We'll circle back to that later. All right, guys. Well, I think I've taken up enough time. I hope you enjoy the place. Have fun, relax, and get a good night's sleep, guys. Tomorrow's going to be a long day.
This is very, very, very cool. This is very cool. Hey, Zartok tries to say this without Aster hearing. Can I sleep in one of your rooms? Can I bunk up with one of you?
Wait, my insight is high. Can I insight?
You'd have to do a perception check.
Okay, I'll try.
Zartok can try a stealth check to make sure he's not
Oh,
heard.
no, not this.
It's not the greatest roll, so maybe you got me.
Joe.
15 for me.
Oh, no, Aster heard him.
Aster heard him?
Yep.
Oh, no.
So I just say, oh yeah, maybe that is a good idea. But the bed thing, I wanted to make it really cool. So there's a bunch of horns protruding from the bed. So maybe not something you want to sleep on.
Oh no, it's really cool, Aster. Like I said, well, I'll give you some notes later. It's so cool though.
You got it. That's all. I'm done with my part. Everybody can go to sleep.
So let's assume everyone gets a good night's rest. A very comfortable good night's rest. Do you want to post watches on your Spelljammer? Right? This door to this mansion is on the Spelljammer, right?
Yeah, but I think, isn't it like you can't get into it unless I allow you?
Right, but I didn't know if you wanted anyone guarding your ship.
Ooh, that's a good point. Oh, Silver Eyes! Oh my god. I didn't make him a room.
He didn't even come in.
Oh no, I feel like I left out a family member.
I mean, he's a pretty new
Where's
family
Lumpin?
member.
He's not part of the group.
Oh, and Lumpin. Oh, I do have a room for Lumpin, actually.
Oh, Lumpin isn't here either. Lumpin's still in the helm, just sitting there.
Do you think Lumpin would want to sleep in his room? I think he'll like it.
You know that Lumpin doesn't sleep.
I know, but I still have a room for him.
Okay.
Would he like to see it?
You'd have to go ask him.
All
You're
right.
going to go pick Lumpin up and bring him in.
I
Yeah,
think,
well,
I think
maybe we-
Lumpin would like it. Yeah.
And
I
then
think
we can
Lumpin would
have
like it.
Silver Eyes do a shift, and then I'll think of a room for him in the future.
You know what? I'll watch the ship. I'll watch the ship. No problem.
And maybe you should make a guest room, just for those extra additions. Just like a normal room.
You don't think I
Like
should
a
put a bunch
hotel.
of thought
It's
into
a guest room.
Just a guest room? Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm sure he could.
Because really, what are you going to do for Silver Eye's room?
I have no idea.
What do you know about him?
I was just going to put a bunch of silver in his room. Just a whole lot of silver. Because I thought you might like that. Because clearly Silver Eyes can't be his actual name, can it?
I mean, he used to be a mercenary. That's about all I got.
I do believe it's just because of the color of his eyes.
That's right.
Well, I'm sure there's spare rooms in here he could sleep in if you'd like to. I just really wanted to do a cool thing for everybody. I can get Silver Eyes a guest room. I'm sure there's plenty here. But someone does need to do the watch, so if Zartok and Silver Eyes want to take turns just to give him a chance to come into the room and eat and relax a little bit, I'll go get them.
Mom, Sass, and Coral will both take watches as well.
Okay.
Okay.
I go and I run over and I let Silver Eyes just know, hey, walk through this door. There's a bunch of food and there's probably a room in there that you can sleep in if you'd like to, maybe to unwind and get away from the ship. If you would like, we just need one watch and then you can jump right in.
You got some kind of like weird magical thing going on. I don't know if I'm into all that,
But
I don't want to get into your weird cult-like stuff that y'all do. I'm just working here.
Are you sure you don't want to be part of Aster's amazing abode? Huh? The name is good.
Why? No. I'm good. I'm good. You all are paying me. I'm so good. I'm so happy where I am right now. I'll stay out here. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Well, if you get lonely, you can come in, or we have a mirror on the ship you can talk to, too.
Oh yeah, I've talked to that mayor. That mirror can. Well, y'all seem real polite, so I won't say what that mirror can do. But I'm not fond of that mirror. It critiques my clothing in ways that make me uncomfortable.
I'm sorry.
If y'all had human resources, I think that mirror would probably be out the door.
Well, I'll keep that in mind. Maybe I can see if the mirror will stop. I apologize. Maybe we can buy you some outfits.
I shouldn't have to change
quite
the way
fashionable.
I dress for a mirror.
Oh, yeah. Be you, be true. Be proud. Okay. All right. I'll let you be then. I'm sorry. Maybe we can have someone bring you out some food so you have something.
Hey, that'd be great, buddy. That'd be great. You bring me out some food, I'll take care of that. Yes.
You got it. So I'll do that real quick. Then I'm going to head over to Lumpin. One thing I forgot to mention, that there's an area on my room that's like this beautiful, like little garden space with some trees for Sylphonia to lay. It's like her own little spot. And there's like a little rainbow that caresses over that area just because she's majestic.
Uh-huh.
So I'll go get Lumpin. Hey, Lumpin.
All right, Lumpin is sitting in the helm. Hi, Aster.
Hey, I have something special for you.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm. Would you like to come?
Where?
It's behind this glass stained door I created.
Okay.
Yeah, come in.
He hops down, stares at you with his unblinking eye holes.
You might be one of the most important members of our family, Lumpin.
Oh, okay.
So I have a room for you up here if you want to relax.
Okay.
All right, ready?
I don't really relax.
Well, maybe this will change your mind. Are you ready?
Okay.
So we walk through, and then I tell him that we have to sing a song, and I tell him the Barney song for him to use. So he goes,
Do I have to use that song?
not necessarily, but I feel like it'd be an easy one.
Are you suggesting I can't handle a harder song?
Oh, can you? I could give you a harder song.
I don't know. I've never tried.
What about this one? And I do the Heart Will Go On hum from Titanic. That's my...
All right. Lumpin' hums, but it's just a flat tone. It's just.
Oh, no.
That's so wonderful, Lumpin. So good. So good. And then we get to his room. His room is actually right below Zartok's room because they're the magic people.
Okay.
No, it's above his room.
He looks around. What does his room look like?
Okay, so
yeah, keep him away from the fire room.
He's above that room. So lava will go down, not up. He'll just hit Tara's room.
Nothing in this space can actually hurt anyone, so there's nothing for him to worry about.
No. So when we get to this room, what it actually looks like, it kind of looks like Mun's tower, the original tower we entered.
Yeah.
And there's little lumpins, like from the Lumpin Adventures, like all of his little friends are kind of.
He doesn't know any of them.
I thought he was in those.
No,
he's been with.
He was never in those.
Those were other lumpins. That's not this lumpin.
So what I'm gonna do is, if you will allow me, it will just be lumpins with different shapes and looks.
Okay. Yeah, you've seen other lumpins, other rag golems in Mun's tower. So you've seen he has other rag golems, but you're not aware of the other lumpins. But yeah, if there are other rag golems around, yeah, he just looks around. Of course, he has no expression on his face. He says, "Wow, this is interesting, Aster."
Yeah. These lumpins.
So you cast Morning Canaan's magnificent mansion, and you made a different room for each of us.
Yeah. Oh, you're very intelligent. This is why. Then in the corner, there's just like in Zartok's room, there's a kind of like a library set up for him to record spells on himself. And there's different inkwells that he can use for him.
Wow, that's great, Aster. Maybe Zartok and I can trade some spells, and I'll copy some more spells on myself.
Yeah, it would be really cool. It's a space just for you, my friend. I didn't know exactly kind of what you would want the room to look like, so I mirrored your old home of Mun's Tower. I also, and then I point to the other side, I recreated the helm of the ship. And I know virtual reality doesn't exist in this world, but he can like move in this chair and pretend he's flying straight. Maybe he can train his skills as a pilot.
Okay, he goes and sits in the helm and just sits there.
Fly straight.
It's just like I'm going straight.
Darn it. It moves. You can move the chair, pretend you're turning the ship.
Okay.
Just so you can practice with the ship. You're good at going straight, but maybe you could do like a barrel roll, you know?
I don't know, Aster. That sounds like a lot.
Well, this is for you. You can't really talk to these lumpins, but they can bring you stuff if you want.
Like what?
I don't know.
What would I want?
You don't eat, do you, lumpin?
No.
Do you eat ink? Maybe more ink? No?
No.
Is there something you want? Because I can make an improvement to the room. Tell me what you want, Lumpin, and I'll make it happen.
I don't know. What would Lumpin want?
Sewing equipment.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a good one, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, gosh, what would Lumpin want? Lumpin doesn't really have much to his personality. I guess he'd like books.
Books? I can do that.
Yeah.
I can talk to Zartok. He's already giving me some feedback on his room. So we could add some of the books he likes for your room.
Oh. Some of those books on ethics. He has a lot of questions about ethics.
Yeah. Where'd you get the books from? Did you take the books?
They're just not they're my memories of stuff that I've seen.
Oh.
But I can recreate some if I'm given enough information. Like Zartok can help.
Okay.
With that, he's a very intelligent wizard. And just like you're a very intelligent wizard.
Okay. Thanks, Aster.
You're welcome. Hey, buddy,
Yeah. What's up, Aster?
you know you're our family, right?
In what way, Aster?
It means that if something happened to you, we would all be very sad. And we always...
Can you explain how that's different from being good friends?
Well, it isn't really that much different. You don't really... the one thing you have in this world is the ability to make choices. And I think that makes you an individual. And
But I'm a construct. Do I actually have the ability to make choices, or am I just following programming?
I don't know, Lumpin. That's a question for you. But I think you're an individual. You're very unique. You have your own personality. And if I'm being quite honest, the ability to make choices, which you do make, like when you choose to fly straight.
I like to fly straight.
Regardless of maybe needing to turn right. That's a choice. And with friends and family, buddy, you have the choice to pick yours. And family is what you choose. And I say that my choice is that you're a very important part of our family. And I hope you feel that way too.
Well, thanks, Aster.
You're welcome.
I think you're a good friend, too.
Cool. Friends and family. It's all in there. And I hope you like this place. I think you'll find it fun to explore and see how the magic works. That might be something you'd enjoy.
Okay. Thanks, Aster.
You're welcome.
He hops out of the chair and just begins sort of poking around at the walls and walks over to take a ride up to Zartok. I guess down to Zartok's?
Yeah, down to
room?
Zartok's.
Yeah. I'm going to check out Zartok's books.
All right.
Maybe I'll take some.
Zartok pulls a book off a shelf, and it seems like the cover's very fancy. It's like conjuration magic in other planes, and then he opens it up, but the book is like in Aster's voice, like just the tone and the wording choices, like all of it. It's like magic is very cool. In other planes, conjuration is different and mysterious. And then Zartok kind of rolls his eyes and closes the book and puts it back.
Awesome.
Cool.
And then that's everything.
Well, you explore Aster's amazing abode. You get a good night's rest.
Very cool. Thanks, Chris. That was
You're
very
welcome.
nice
Yeah.
of you to do all that.
Yeah, that was fun.
You're welcome.
The next morning, everything's going to go down. So I guess we'll find out what happens next time.
Wait, what?
We all have to figure out what song we're going to sing to go down.
If you want to keep going, we could keep going. Or if you need to quit, we could quit. It's up to you.
How are you on preparedness?
I am prepared for more than we did today. Sure. Yeah, I'm ready to do more, but it depends on how far we go.
I could play for another hour or so if everybody
Okay.
else can. I don't know what everybody's day is. 'Cause I have things to do, but I feel like I took up a good chunk.
I have another hour. Does everyone have another hour?
Family's not here, so I'm
I have
good.
another hour.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, can I make a bio break request and a
Bio break.
caffeination request, and then
Ooh,
be
yeah,
right back?
caffeine.
Yep, go
Cool.
right ahead.
I laughed so
Yeah.
hard at Zartok's room. Like, so
Yeah,
hard.
that was a room, all
Man,
right.
your room was hard to think of. Josh, I could not think
Well,
of what to
Josh
do
would
with your
think the
character.
room is very metal, Chris. So it was an awesome room.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you guys like steel dice?
I don't care.
Too
I thought you just said.
loud and heavy.
I thought you just said. Do you guys like steel dice? Like
Like steel
stealing? Do you
dice?
enjoy stealing
Do you like
dice? And
steel
I was like, what happened? Aster's soaking all the way down into Chris's bones.
The equivalent exchange of the dice.
Yes.
My master plan when we're together. Steal all the D20s.
Oh, I have to keep my eye on you.
Okay, I'm gonna call out my friend Rod right now. I think I probably talked about him before. He holds the dice in the hand the same way, and he flicks it the same way every time, and he's just the best dice roller on the planet. His natural 20s all over the place. It's like, oh man, dude, you gotta vary
Natural.
up that roll, okay?
Quotation
Wow.
marks.
I mean, this is like 50 years of rolling dice, and it's a skill now. You know what I mean? It's not fair to everybody else. It's got to be random. All right.
Well, Justin just holds them in his hand and just kind of like jiggles them and then drops them on the table. And I'm like, that's not rolling.
That's
Stop.
not rolling. I agree with you, Ashley. That's you got to get you got to get those people a dice tower.
It's not egregious. Like, that's not the worst. Like, it's not like you're holding a dice and literally just dropping it. Like, there's
You have to roll it.
some variation, but yeah, it's not great.
All right, we've insulted half the listening audience now, so we're good.
Listeners, you're doing it wrong.
We have strong feelings about how to roll dice.
I don't care. I don't care about.
No, join us. One of us.
No, I just don't care. Yeah. All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.